Hi guys, so I'm just gonna show how to make that edit because it was requested. Oh, anyways, if I sound tired or sound weird, it's because I'm really tired. It's like 12. So I'm gonna try to get this video out by July 6th because it's been a while. So I'm gonna show how to make the edit. So you probably already know this, but if you don't, you import the audio. So I imported the video. I'm gonna show it on the exact edit so that I can show the exact effects, and you're just gonna split it every time the clip changes. But for this first part, you're not gonna split it right there, and then you're just gonna, like, when the clip changes, you can play it to make it quicker, but I'm not gonna because of copyright. I'm gonna speed this up and I'm gonna do it. Okay, and then once you split it, you're gonna make sure that you're gonna, like, don't split this second part, like when it loops. So like when it shows the beginning again. So when it shows this clip, so like right there, and you're gonna delete the loop so you can re-add it later. And then you're gonna add your clips. I don't know how you do it, how anyone does it, but I just do the import video, and I'm gonna do that and I'll be right back. For this part, my screen recording didn't pick up my voice for some reason, so I'm just gonna voice over. This is how I do my velocity. You're gonna go to the velocity mapper, and then you're gonna make like a little staircase. So you're gonna go in and just kind of watch what I do. You're gonna add points and then put one low and then one lower. You can like choose where you put it depending on your clip, and then you're just gonna go as low as you want. It depends. I don't know what I'm doing in this clip, but you're gonna go to the end and then just kind of repeat the like staircase kind of thing, and then you could rewatch it. It doesn't have to be identical, and just see if you like the velocity and then process. I use the better mixer setting. This is it after the velocity. Okay, so once you have all your velocity, now I'm gonna show how to do the zooms. Now here's the zoom. You're gonna go to multi-layer and put the velocity clip, and you're going to click edit keyframes, and then this is for the zoom in. You're gonna go to the end, and you can either do 20 or 40. I forgot what I did for this edit, but I'm just gonna do 40 because that's what I normally do on my newer edits, and I think I might have done it, but you could also go in between if you think 40 is too much or 20 is too little. And then you're gonna do the keyframe, you're gonna do custom, and then you're going to do like this one, and you're gonna put one like here, kinda. You have to like play around with it a little, so like kinda like that. You can always like edit it a little bit. This is what it should look like when you're done. You're gonna do the same thing for the next one, except you're going to stay right here and you're gonna zoom in 40 or 20 or however much you did it. And then you're gonna go to the end and go back to 100. And then you do the same graph kinda. I started yapping again, so I just cut some stuff out. And so it'll look like this. And then you're just gonna repeat that. So you're gonna do in, out, and so on. So and you can this is what I do because I'm low-key lazy. I just made the Zoom and then made a QR code of it. If you want to know how to do that, you just make it like this, and then you're gonna go QR share, and then you're just this, and then you can save it to your photos. That's just what I do because I think it's easier. But I'm just showing you how to make the zoom ins and zoom out first. So if you want to do the QR code thing, so like it's easier every time. Here's the graph. I feel like I did it a little wrong on the other ones, but there's that. If you want to copy this one like exactly. Just letting you guys know, the random like cuts, like when I'm doing this stuff, is because like the stupid screen recording app I use, it used to let you do like 30 minutes at a time without premium, and now it only lets you do 10. So I'm just like stop recording when I'm doing all the stuff I don't have to like talk for. And now you're gonna do the shakes or like blurs, whatever you want to call them. For the shake, you're gonna put in your clip, and then you're gonna stay at the beginning, and you're gonna I find it easier if you show the dots. You're gonna move your scene like right here, or your clip, and then you're gonna go like a little bit in. I'll do 18. It's really up to you, and you could slide it in, but I normally do center layer. And then for path, you're gonna do the graph and pick this. Wait, I think it's this one. Let me see. Yeah, you choose. You can like make it like longer or anything, and then you're gonna click mirror, and you can choose like any, I guess. Like you can choose this one if you want, but I normally do this one. But you're gonna pick tracking blur, and you're gonna put it all the way up, and then it'll look like that. So it should look like. And then for the Y shake, which is normally I do the X shake for the zoom in, and the Y shake for the zoom out. For the Y shake, you're gonna do the same thing, but you're gonna put your clip to the top, and then you're gonna do the same thing, go in a little, and then center layer, and then you're gonna choose the same one, and then you're gonna just do the same thing. Okay, so for the warp at the beginning, like in the first clip, you're gonna put in the clip with the shake, and then for layout, and you're gonna search warp and do warp ripple, and then you're gonna put this all the way up, and then choose this one. I'll zoom in on it, and then you're gonna go to 50, and then go back to 0, and you're gonna do this graph. It's the 4th row down. It's this one. I'll zoom in. For the 7th clip, which is this one where the slide is, you're not gonna put a shake. So start with the slide. I don't normally jump around, not gonna lie, but I think I should start by like showing tutorial for this one. So for the slide, it's like this. You're gonna go to multi-layer on the clip before the one you didn't put the shake on, and you're gonna go to edit keyframes, and you're gonna go to the end, and then you're going to the side however far you like. I'm gonna go there, and then you're gonna put the keyframe back like this, custom, and then you can do like this, and you could just play around with it a little. Then just do the mirror and then once you have that, you're gonna go to the next clip, and you're gonna do this. Then you're gonna move the clip kind of like you're doing the shake, but put it a little further back, and then go to the end of the clip again and center it, and then do custom keyframe, and this time do that like kind of like that. And obviously you can adjust it however fast or slow you want it. And that's like the reason I said don't put the shake on the clip after your slide that you want to put, because then if you put the shake, it'll look like kind of weird depending on like what kind of shake you do. But I feel like, in my personal opinion, it looks like weird with the shake, so that's why I didn't do it. So now for this part, with the like black flashes, you're gonna go to the clip you want to put them on. Let me see. So for this edit, it's the 3rd to the 4th. So, and you're gonna multi-layer, put in your clip like you normally do, and then the second layer you're gonna put color, and you're gonna put black. You could do white, but I think black shows up better. And then you're gonna go to select mask, or like mask, and then you're gonna do this one, and you're gonna go edit keyframe and put opacity to 0 in the first one. And then this is kind of tricky sometimes, but you're gonna go to the end and then click the timeline once or twice. I normally do twice, but I think in this edit I did once. And then you're gonna, so like this clip 27 long, you're gonna put it on 26, and then on 27 you're gonna put the opacity to 100. You can always come back and edit that later. Now for the next clip, you're gonna do the same thing at the start and then add mask, but this time you're gonna click this and it inverts it, and then you're gonna do the keyframe, and you're gonna, on the first one, you're gonna have opacity 100, and then you could just click 1, 2, 3 maybe, and then lower to 0, and you can adjust it if you. Last clip that you did, the one with like the bottom one, you're gonna go back to that and go in the color again in the mask, and you're gonna do the invert again. This time you're gonna opacity 0 at the beginning, and then 2, and then 100. So basically like repeating the last step of the last one. And then you go to the next one. It's a lot of repeating, and you're just gonna do the add mask, and you're gonna keep it like this, and then you're gonna go like this, and then just basically just do the same thing. You're gonna go 2 in, and then opacity 0. You're gonna go to motion, and you're gonna do reverse and apply. This is how to get the shake out. And then you're gonna save it, and you're gonna go in multi-layer, and you're gonna do it like you're doing the X shake. So just do it like that. And then do that, and then go back to motion once you have applied that, and go back to reverse and apply, and save that again. Then it should look like this. So in this one, you're gonna go multi-layer. This is for the Skew shake, and you're gonna do what you normally do, put in your clip, and then you're gonna go to layout, look up Skew. I have it in my favorites, and then you're gonna do Skew spin. Okay, and then you can always adjust this how you want. I just do it like up here, and I don't normally really touch this, but you can, and you can like change the direction, and then you're gonna edit keyframes, and you're gonna go to the end. I'm gonna start it at 100, and you're gonna go down to 0, do this keyframe, and then for the part in the last scene, this one, you're gonna go to split seam, and then it's really hard, but you're gonna split on every beat. So, and you could split it and see if that. Okay, and then if you think it's good, then you're gonna go to the first part and then just kind of follow what I do, because it's like I'm gonna explain it, but it might be like not make sense. So you're gonna go here, and then you're gonna click this arrow to go to the second one, and you're gonna go to re-effect, and you can do this in the multi-layer, but I like the re-effect because you can over and over do it. And then you're gonna do Sign Pro Retro and just put it however. I'll put it like there, and then quick effects. And then you're gonna go and you're gonna skip one and then do that again, and skip one if there is, and it should look like that. So on the like gray clips, you can zoom in a little bit, and then it should look like that. And then you're going to merge that back together, kind of so it makes like one scene as it was before. And you're going to go back to motion, and you're going to do fixed, and then you're going to reverse and save. And then this part, you're gonna do the same thing that we did for the first clip. You're gonna go to the warp ripple again, and then the third one, put this all the way up, put this to 50, and then this to 0, and then I'm pretty sure this one, yeah. But you can already, you can always change the keyframe if you want. I might change it to that one. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to change it to this one. And then you're going to create, and you're going to go back to motion and do the reverse again. And it should look like that. And then once you have you're going to go to the first clip, which is this one, when the effects start happening, so like the shake and stuff. And then you're going to go to the last clip, so set end, and then you're going to merge. And then you always like leave this part out because this is what you're going to have your coloring on. You're going to click new and transform, and then custom coloring, and then just put the coloring. Oh, she's a little bit like a ghost right there. It's fine. This is just an example edit. I'm not posting this, but you're just going to put your coloring. And then once you do that, this is optional. I mean, the coloring is optional too, but you're going to go to re-effect, and this is normally what I do. I have it saved, but I'll just show you guys. So you're going to, you're going to hit the plus, and you're going to look up panning 2 and just pick this one and have it like at this, like right here, and then put like right there, or it's up to you how fast or slow you want it to be, but I think right there is good. And then you're going to go to the little running person guy and hit flicker, and then just adjust that how you want it to be. And then you can do re-effect to watch it over and maybe edit it if you want, or you could do it quick effects. Even though I changed my username, you're going to go to text and then capital, and then indent a little as much as you want. And then you can, this is how I do it. Wait, let me just save this. I do this. So I do style, outline, and then shadow. This setting, you can copy it. And then for the outline, I just put it there. And for the font, I do Arial from the standards and Arial italic MT. And then edit keyframe, or you could just pinch it, but I think this one's better. And you can make it to the size you want it and put it where you want it. And if you want to lower the opacity, you can. And then you're going to go to blend, BG, and then do this one. And yeah, normally I would do the panning after the watermark, so it doesn't look as weird. But now for the loop, you're gonna go onto this clip and you're gonna hit edit, copy, and then add. You're gonna do paste clip, and then at the end you're gonna do fill with black. You can add, it looks like. So that's what it looks like when you're done, if you use this audio. But the reason I'm like using this audio is just so it's easier to like reference it. Oh. So yeah, I really hope this was helpful. Yeah, have a good day. Bye.
Dalgona.